people, what's up? How we doing? What's popping? How would they happen? What's going on your end? How are you all doing? How y'all doing? You thought I wasn't gonna do that? I shock you. I shock you like barbed wire. Good to have you on the live show right here from the R4M studios. This is Prolific, and I'm sure that you did miss me as much as I missed you. I guess I missed you guys more. But you're welcome to the live show. Tonight is going to be hot because the topic is set now. Hot topic, right? It's going to be hot. So, sorry, just one sec. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. I'm trying to share the videos just before I tell you to share. All right? Very important. So, you're welcome to the live show. This is the R4M Studios. This is R4M Ready for Marriage. This is that very platform will make it so easy for you to connect with that person you've always envisioned to spend the rest of your life with. Here in the R4M Studios, we don't believe that we should just make you meet somebody. We believe that you should meet somebody that you really desire and stay happy. All right, stay happy. And how do you stay happy? You stay happy simply by being able to have the right knowledge, right? To have the right knowledge and the patience and the understanding to be with this person. Very, very important. That's a summary of us, right? So by next month, we're going to be having our app is coming up. That is one of the biggest news you're going to hear this 2024. The app, the R4M app, the Ready for Marriage app is coming up. So you have to just stay glued and follow us as we unveil a lot more about the app. All right. Also kicking up this night, we have, if you can see on your screen, there's a very interesting topic. I've had so much. I don't think I've had this level of feedback from people. So many people just been messaging like, man, this topic. Okay, now. But then, perhaps, I'm not promising, we're probably going to have a part 2 of tonight's topic, all right? Probably, I'm not promising. We'll probably have tonight. So tonight, we're just going to be having a 30-minute session, 25, 30-minute session tonight. And then tomorrow, we're going to kick in proper. And then if I don't do it tomorrow, we're going to do it next week. Either way, we're here to give you value. Right, that is all we know. That is all we are, to give you value. All right. So if you're just joining in on Facebook or YouTube, please do well to comment. Let us know where you're watching from, and also do well to share this video. You're seeing this video simply because someone shared it and you were able to subscribe. Right, you were able to subscribe, and so you should do the same thing for your friends. You should do the same thing for your neighbors. So do well to comment. Do well. Let us know where you're watching from, and also go ahead to share this video so other people can be a part of it. All right. So I'm on what's it called? I'm on YouTube. We'll have people still trying to onboard. We're trying to onboard people on YouTube. People are still coming on. So I'm going to go right to Facebook, see what's popping up in Facebook if we have people. All right, please don't just watch. Do well to comment. Do well to let us know. Mark, register your presence. All right. And I always say this in every life. I always like to say that the live show is the live show. It is interactive simply because you guys show up. All right, you guys show up and then you come in with your perspective. So tonight we're going to be looking at how to outsmart a manipulator. How to outsmart a manipulator. Very interesting topic. How to outsmart a manipulator. It's been a very hot day, by the way. If you are in the same city with me, it's been a very hot day, so you're going to permit me. I'm going to be cleaning sweat. All right, so yeah. But we're going to kick in, do this as fast as we can. All right, like I said, it's going to be just 30 minutes and we're good. All right, so how to outsmart a manipulator. Someone who will be asking why you have to outsmart a manipulator is probably somebody who has never dated a manipulator. Perhaps. most likely is someone who hasn't dated a manipulator. But you see, they say is he that, how did they take out that thing? Is the person who wears the shoes that knows where it hurts, right? So it's the person who wears the shoes that knows where it hurts. If you're not in a situation, you wouldn't think you might have a need to know how to navigate your way around that. Us, all right, a few tips to us, because we're here to help. We're here to help. And I also like to say also in every life that we're here to cross pollinate ideas. All right, we cross pollinate ideas. That is another reason why we exist. So how to outsmart, you have to understand that your manipulator is out to outsmart you. So what do you just stand back? Do you just watch? Do you just hope your manipulator changes along the line? All right, so we're going to look at this very, very briefly. All right, very briefly. So the first thing I'd like to share with us, if you're coming online, please do well to also share your thoughts about how you think people should outsmart the manipulators. All right, so first off, I have on YouTube, all right, so we have people coming on YouTube, but on Facebook I have Paul Toleranju. Ha ha ha. Paul Toleranju says, hello ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? What's up, Paul? How are you doing? How you doing, Paul? It's good to have you on the live show. Paul, like I like to call him, he is the KOB, the king of besties. In case you didn't find wife, Paul himself now app in they give people wife. All right, so yeah, Paul says, oh my, I miss this place. So we miss you too, Paul. We really miss you, and it's good to have you back. We also have good blessing. How you doing, baby girl? She says, good evening, R4M students. How you doing? Yes, what's up? She's watching all the way from Just. We got that day. It's good to have you guys. Good to have you guys. You know, it just reminds me of when I was a child, and most Nigerian kids can relate to this. You know, millennials. You know how. You know, you had that TV that they open. That TV they open like curtain, you know. You just can't open TV, black and white. Then you go to wait for 4 o'clock. Then you will see line rainbow. Then we go to wait. They will come do news 4 o'clock. Then we go to wait for Sesame Street. Dun 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 dun. Sunny day. Yeah, so that's how blessing, they tell us, say they gather, they wait, they watch, they listen. I love you guys and I miss you guys, and I hope to see you guys very soon. That's my Jaws family. Big shout out to you all right? So how to outsmart, you have to understand that you probably have heard that the best form of defense is offense, right? The best form of defense is offense. If you keep defending, you keep conceding goals, and you're going to be under more pressure, as opposed to when you have to do the offense. All right? I know some of you will not like this, but it is what it is. All right? This is life, and this is how it works. All right? So before we go on, we have Jerry Aboki on YouTube. Jerry Aboki says, good evening, everybody. Welcome back here. Welcome back. He says, miss you over here. I miss you too, guys. He says, interesting topic. Let me grab my pot of popcorn. You see, I say they take no local man. Today, unfortunately, I'm just going to give us a tip of the iceberg. All right? I'm saying all of this because I have a few more people who are going to be tuning in tonight, and I'm trying to buy time so you don't have to start rewinding. All right, so we'll just run together. All right, there's a saying that says, "Conny man die, and a conny man go bury him." So if you have found yourself with a manipulator, you don't have to be a manipulator just like the person you're dating, because that will be you stooping down low. However, you can actually employ certain tactics that actually puts that manipulator in his or her place. And I want to also quickly say that manipulation, right? Manipulation is not restricted to a particular gender. I know some people are watching, they say, tell them, women are being manipulated. Some other ladies are sitting there and they say, tell them, men are. No. Manipulation is not restricted, all right, to a gender. It's not restricted to a gender. So the first thing you need to know, now this is not a tip on how to outsmart, but it's just something you need to know. The first thing you need to know about outsmarting, not just a manipulator, but winning a battle, generally, whether it's a platonic relationship or a romantic relationship. The first thing you need to know is that strategy, all right? Strategy more than strength wins battles. Strategy more than strength wins battles, all right? Strategy more than strength wins battle. If you look at how a manipulator works, there are two things. A manipulator's power is control, and that control is strategy, is brain work, is thinking, is being able to involve psychology, is being able to look at you, to know your vulnerable points and know how to attack, when to attack, to even know how to use, to switch tone of voices. There's a whole lot. It's a whole lot of work. All right, it's a whole lot of work. So you need to understand that if I'm going to have to outsmart this manipulative person, right, that if it's a romantic relationship and you don't live, you believe that this person, this guy, this lady is actually a good person underneath, but some things are just going haywire and I want to still be in this relationship, then you need to really understand that strategy beyond strength, all right, wins battles. Another thing I like to say about manipulation is that not every manipulator is a bad person. Okay, not every manipulator is a bad person, but do they do bad things? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. All right. Manipulation itself, being able to bend people's will cunningly to soothe you all the time, is a bad thing. All right. It is a bad thing. I'm not here to justify why people manipulate people, but that could be for a totally different day. But then, manipulation could be as a result of so many things. All right. So many things. And the root of it, which is a major, is fear. All right, people fear. Out of fear, people manipulate, and some other people, it is greed. In fact, most people, it is greed. Greed makes them manipulate, but that's not what we're talking about tonight. All right, so outsmarting is not a function of strength, but mental strategy. All right, mental strategy, very important, something you need to know. So tonight, I'm just going to share maybe two things, and then we'll make progress. Tomorrow, we're going to be back 7 p.m. and then we're going to talk a lot more elaborately. All right, so the first thing you need to do, one way you can outsmart, there's so many ways, but one way you can outsmart, and this is a few notes I just made this evening and yesterday. One of the ways you can is to you might like this one, use the word no generously. You know how you think about philanthropists and how it is that they're very generous with money, right? They're very kind, they give money, they support a cause, they sponsor people, to school, abroad, and whatever. When it comes to dealing with a manipulator, you have to be able to use the word no generously. Don't hoard no. Be very generous, like a philanthropist. Be very, 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 very generous with the word no, all right? Which is no. Use the word generously. Why? Manipulators, I made a quick note here, and I said manipulators can fall sick once they know they don't have control. Manipulators can fall sick once they know they don't have control over you, all right? They fall sick once they know they don't have control over you. So you have to be what? You have to be firm. You have to be firm in saying no. Now, there's a difference. When you say firm, it doesn't translate in any way to being aggressive. All right. So you can be assertive. You can be diplomatic and assertive, which is to be firm. To be calmly firm that I'm not shifting grounds about this thing you're talking about this thing you're trying to get me to do, about this way you're trying to get me to feel. Manipulators are the greatest people who never take responsibilities for their actions. So a manipulator would do the wrong thing and would want to make you feel bad for the wrong thing he or she did and take responsibility for the wrong thing that they did that you didn't do. I hope you got that marks, right? A manipulator will try wrong. What a manipulator is doing is, as he's telling you a story that is not true, or as he's giving you attitude, or he's giving you a silent treatment, what they're expecting is a reaction from you and not a response. So you can choose to respond by just smiling. Why do you have to smile? Because first off, it's not even for the manipulator, it is for you. Because when you stay calm, smiling, what happens is that you're able to have the right strategy. You are in a safe place where you're able to know what next to do. Now, I said stay smiling and stay listening. Why do you have to listen? You listen not because you're trying to buy into what a manipulator is selling to you. You stay listening because at every juncture as a manipulator speaks, you will always find inconsistencies. Yes, you will find inconsistencies as a manipulator speaks. Now, you can't have a strategy to be able to outsmart your manipulator if you are not listening. So it is your listening that helps you to know where the story is disjointed and where they're trying to gaslight you. All right, gaslighting is more like trying to make you feel bad, or when somebody is really wrong and they're trying to they're trying to shift the blame and make you feel bad for what you didn't do, right? So when you're able to listen, you're able to find the inconsistencies. You're able to find inconsistencies. Now, the manipulator thinks that you're being quiet and listening is him or her having an upper hand. But then now you throw a jab at him or her. And then when you're throwing a jab, you're being factual, which leads me to the next point. You must be factual. A manipulator doesn't have the right facts. But if you're really going to outsmart a manipulator, then you must have actual facts. Okay, and you can't have actual facts if you're not observant and you're not listening. So it is your observation is your observing and you're being able to listen that helps you to have facts. They're able to point, oh, this day, this happened, and I have a witness to this that happened. Because if you just say this happened, oh no, it's not what you're saying, it's what I'm saying. No, you see, but when you begin to call in witnesses, you begin to call in dates and times. Your manipulator knows, okay, this is the wrong ground to tread, and he or she begins to take the back seat. All right. So I'm also sharing this topic because there are a lot of people that are living with manipulators that don't even know they're being manipulated. And I think that's another thing we're going to talk about another day. And like I said, if you're not married and you're just dating and you don't want to give up on the relationship, then this is for you. All right, you don't want to walk out on that relationship, then this is for you. You could try some of these things, and if it doesn't work, if this person is not, because you see, it's not just about what you throw or what you share. It is about being able to be receptive. It's about being malleable, to learn, to become, to improve, to change, to transform. All right. So if you're using these things for your partner because you promise to love your partner and be there for him or her, and it's not working, and you're seeing that this one they no learn them as they grow, this one they born them with them, please excuse yourself. All right, so I'm just going to take one more and then I'll see what's happening online, or maybe let me just check what's happening on Facebook, and then I'll leave you one more thought, and then we're done for tonight, and tomorrow we'll be back. All right, so let me just, it looks like we have so many comments on Facebook. All right, so we're talking about how to outsmart a manipulator. We have Favor Olanli. Hi, Favor Olanli. I heard about you, and it's good to have you on the live show. How are you doing? How you doing, Favor? We also have Mr. Israel Mimi, like 16 years since we saw you on the Facebook Live. But it's good to have you back. How far? You have been using the Suya code that we told you about with your baby. Please come and give testimony. All right, but it's really good to have you on the live show tonight. All right, Paul Toleron just says these free gifts tough free gifts now your bestie go give you the free gifts, no be us. All right, so we have okay, so there's a message. You see how lovely R4M is. Ready for Marriage has a free data to Clementina, and they've asked her to DM just for her to get her free data, and that's just so beautiful. We also have Mr. Moses Samako, aka the General, aka the serial entrepreneur. What's up, Mr. Samako? How are you doing? Mr. Sumarko is the general who isn't a 5-star general, but he is a superstar, bigger than the Milky Way galaxies. Give it up. Give it up, give it up for Mr. Sumarko. Yeah, and then he gets to share a thought with us. He says, if you are manipulative, Omo, I go play you like, you see, you are bringing violence. We say strategy. Now strategy we want share. You will come and now bring violence. Anyway, yeah, Mr. Sumarko, it's good to have you on the live show. All right, so let's see what's happening on YouTube, and then I share one thought, and then we're done for tonight. Tomorrow we're going to be back again, and please don't miss the time. The time is 7 p.m. I'm going to be right here waiting for you all right. My YouTube is still loading. We're almost there, but I hope you're learning. I hope you're enjoying, and please do well to share your thoughts. Do well to share your thought, whatever it is, however it is you have dealt with in time past, a manipulator. All right, sadly, no, really, men go through this, women go through it. All right, so let me see what's happening on. Woo, we have so many comments on YouTube, so I'm just going to be fast with this. So we have Mr. Sumarko says, I like manipulators because I go press you like calculator. Wahala. What's going on this night? All right, we have Clementina. Hi, Clementina. She says R for M. Hi. Hi, Clementina. What's up? How you did? Mr. Sumarko says, if you don't want to be real with me, make I fake it more than you. So, you come with water this night. He says, it's just that I'm born again. Now waiting save me. Wahala. All right, Clementina has a thought, a story to share with us. She says, I have dated one who just played the fool while he thinks he's working. Okay, now, so that's Clementina's thought. She says, in dealing with a manipulative person, just play the fool while he thinks he's working. All right, Ready for Marriage also gets to say hi. Okay, yeah, please do well to share done, and then you can get free data. You see, every time I come on the live show and I say do well to share so people can subscribe, we're not just giving you tasks without a promise. We actually have free data for you guys. So we're asking you from the R4M studios to please share this so you can get your free data. All right, so Clementina goes on to say that it's a very doing things against your will, which is bad. And just permit me to pause at this point and say this to you, Clementina. You see, initially you said just keep, how was it you said it? You said just play cool and let the person just keep thinking he or she is doing, is more smart. But it doesn't really work that way. And why do I say so? Because you go on to say that the person begins to make you do things against your will. The reason why, you see, I started the show by saying that the best way to defend in life is to be on the offensive. When you live your life defensively, you will always be a victim. It happens anywhere and everywhere. In football, in real life. If you keep playing defense and you never attack, you're going to be under more pressure than the person who actually is on the offensive. Now, is this us asking you to be a toxic person? Far from it. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is you have to be light years ahead, especially when you found out that this person is a manipulator. All right? Just so that the person doesn't make you begin to bend your will and begin to do the things that you really don't want to do. Because what happens is that you end up trying to please somebody, and then when you go to bed to sleep, you're not able to sleep because you begin to sear your conscience with a hot iron. You're pleasing somebody who doesn't give a care about you. All right? Life doesn't work that way. All right? So Clementina goes on to say that they will just do things and convince you to do their will. No, life doesn't work that way. Gerald Boki has this to say. He says, avoid the person. To wahala. He says, avoid the person. Thanks so much for sharing. Gerald Boki also goes on to say that, so somebody promised me suya, and guess what? Often now I'm yet to receive my suya. Hey, yeah. He says, so somebody, okay, so sorry, we're so sorry, Jerry, that you are going through this phase where somebody promised you suya. I hope I'm not the person that promised you suya. Jerry and my guy will go settle ourselves off camera, right? So I'm just going to share the last tip with you, and then we'll make progress. The last tip I'd like to share with you is, this tip is not just a tip, it's a question. And that's what I'm going to be drawing the curtain with tonight. And this tip says, why misuse your apologies. Why misuse your apologies? Many times, I don't know if you guys have heard of that term, Stockholm syndrome, right? The Stockholm syndrome, the different syndromes, that have been identified. There's, what's this other syndrome? I can't remember on the spot, but so the Stockholm syndrome, this is how the Stockholm syndrome works. The Stockholm syndrome makes a victim or an abused person always wants to stay attached to what the abuser. So for instance, we have true life stories here in Nigeria in the case where the Chibok girls were kidnapped and a whole lot, and then some of them were rescued, some of them actually got to escape, and you will watch on TV how some of them would say that they want to go back to their captors. And in your right mind, you can't figure it out. How is it that everybody enjoys freedom? How is it that you tasted freedom, then you became a captive, and you should desire freedom, and then you get freedom, and you want to go back to your captive? It's called Stockholm syndrome. You can check it out. Now, why did I say don't waste your apologies? When you realize that you are first off with a manipulative person, and you are always almost apologizing, believe me, you're probably dealing with the Stockholm syndrome, because at that point you probably don't want to walk out on that person. You don't want to call off that relationship. You keep apologizing for things you didn't do, apologizing for things you don't know about, and what you don't understand. Clementina said it in her chat. She said that a manipulator makes you begin to do things against your will. Now, beyond just doing things against your will, what happens actually is that you begin to feel less of yourself. It begins to affect your self-esteem. As it begins to affect your self-esteem, it begins to affect your self-worth and ultimately your outlook on life. So you begin to think that you are supposed to be a victim somehow unconsciously. So everybody tramples on me and it is fine. Now, am I saying you have to go fighting? No. But I'm saying that you can be firm in saying no. You can perceive a manipulator from afar and avoid it. But if peradventure you're already in such a relationship, then you can exercise these few things I've just shared, which tips like stay smiling and listen attentively. Why do you have to listen? Not just so you can respond, but so that you will have facts that are inconsistent with what this manipulator is doing or saying. And once a manipulator realizes that they're losing control, they're going to walk out on you. I'm sure a lot of you prefer people calling it off, especially when it's a toxic relationship. I'm not talking about things are going well and your guy or babe break up with you. That's painful. I mean, the thing they make sense. Sometimes you don't want to break up. You want me the person just carrying a while and go. That happens, right? So you can begin to be on the offensive and put your manipulation. So when you're on the offensive, this is the good thing. Two things is going to happen. It's either that person is a real manipulator and is going to walk out on you, avoid you, or the person learned certain things that were wrong and is a good person underneath, and the person begins to change because of you. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, this is all we can take for tonight. Sadly, yes, this is all we can take for tonight, but we're going back tomorrow 7 p.m. right here from the R4M studios. You can also send a DM if you have a question. Please do well to send a DM. We're going to reach out to you, respond to your question. Also, Clementina, do well to send in your number so you can get your free data for sharing the live session tonight. All right. Okay. Goodbye. How about me sing that song? It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Goodbye as always. Very emotional. But yeah, we have to go. Tomorrow we're going to be back and we're going to have more time tomorrow, hopefully. And we're going to be sharing. And please do well to ask your questions, share your thoughts. Thank you so much on behalf of the management and staff of R4M Studios. Want to say a very big thank you, everyone behind the camera, everyone in the office, everyone who is in diaspora. I want to say a very big thank you for following. Thank you to all our followers who have been consistent with us. We have been bringing you value and we can't do anything less. Also, our app is almost, in fact, our app is ready, but we're going to be launching next month. See you tomorrow, 7 p.m. I remain prolific. I love you. Bye.